Memphis, Tennessee, it's Memphis Entertainment Weekly with DJ Gates and Jill Santibanez, bringing you everything from Memphis celebrities, music, movies, and more. Don't miss a beat with Memphis Entertainment Weekly. And now, TJ Gates and Jill Santibanez.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is TJ Gates.
Jill Santibanez, good morning. Happy
I like
Saturday.
How you turn on the smile right when we get started.
Yes, I'm
I
always
wish I could do
smiling. I smile talk really well.
I like the talk that we had a minute ago because you're talking about you don't want to talk about this, you do want to talk about that.
Right. Well, we're going to talk about some fun stuff coming up. So
How about the guests that are on the show? I want to talk about what is on my jacket. I had a jacket and my top button. I went to Kroger.
We have an exciting lineup today.
And it's gone. Can we talk about my jacket? Because now it's got, this is my second jacket of the day. I have a bunch of them.
It looks great, though.
I don't know what that is.
It doesn't matter. We'll
It
Photoshop
matters
it
to
out.
me, Jill. It matters a lot.
So I just got my hair done. Doesn't it look great?
It looks beautiful.
I love it.
Magnolia did a really good job.
Yes.
Heather.
I love Magnolia Shops. Heather,
I got
Coker,
my hair
she's the
done
best.
at Magnolia also.
TJ, yes. Jessica at
Jessica.
Magnolia Shops is amazing as well. Jessica actually cut our daughter Annalisa's hair and did a wonderful job. Annalisa loves
There
Jessica.
it is. We have live music the first time on Memphis Entertainment Weekly inside the KWM.
It's going to be fun.
Studios. We're going to have
Frank Caswell is coming in.
He's going to come in. He's been to our studio in Nashville. We had the Mark Robbins studio on 18th Avenue, and he actually came in and played there for us. That's where we met him.
And he plays all around Memphis, so he's going to talk about that, talk about some shows he has coming up that he's going to be playing at. He plays a lot around Mississippi, and he's a great singer.
He's really good.
We saw him at the
Got a
Hernando
little Jason
Square.
Aldean sound without trying to get there. So to me, he's very strong player.
He's great.
Really good guitar player, really good guy.
Yes, and we also have Dreyden Gordon is going to be calling in. We're going to play a little bit of one of his songs called In the Pines. He's actually a bluegrass country artist, and DreydenGordon.com if you want to check out his website. He is amazing. He's out of Kentucky, and he's actually very young to be such a great recording artist.
Yeah.
If you listen to him, he has a great radio voice because he actually works in radio. And we also have Sunday Mornin Country. They're going to call in and talking about their event that they have every year at the Grand Ole Opry House during CMA Week.
Isn't that cool? We go
It's
backstage
actually
at the
the
Grand Ole
Sunday,
Opry.
the Sunday of CMA Week.
June 9th this year. So we got invited. We're going to talk to the ladies that put it on, and we're going to talk about what goes on, what they do for the show. And it's an all gospel show, which I love. And then they moved it to start at 12 this year, I believe. 12 to 4.
It's a great show. They always have a lot of wonderful entertainers, especially our favorite, who was number one on Billboard, who Annalisa loves too, because Annalisa gets to go backstage with us.
Oh, you got to look at your phone? You don't know who it is?
I'm not. I was leaving like a space for you to talk to.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not going to talk much today. I got up in the attic this weekend and did some filters, so I'm like, might cough and might not. So
yeah, TJ's got some allergies this morning.
So it's Jill's dream day today because she's going to get to talk.
I love talking.
And some of the guys, man, thanks for watching our show. Appreciate everybody that says that they watch it and they talk to us during the week. You're welcome to, call in. One thing I talked to one of the men that says he watches our show and listens to it. I said, if you just give us your number or call up here, then we would love to hear stories around Memphis. Like, what bands did you hear in Memphis? Who did you maybe interact with on the street or maybe at a restaurant or something?
Right.
We'd like to know if on the movie sets did you see, like I ran into Tom Cruise. I was at a buddy of mine's office at the Cotton Exchange one time, and I was going into the elevator to go see my buddy, and he was right there filming the scene with his little thing, and I was like,
it's a cool story.
I was going to acting class anyway at Red West. I was really into it, and he opened it. They had the front closed, so I'd go through the basement of the Cotton Exchange. If you're very Memphis, you've been in the basement of the Cotton Exchange. It's kind of a falutin place. But I went in the back door. I went up there, got on the main floor, and then opened the door, and there's Tom Cruise. He looked at me like, "What's up?" And he looked at me like, "Making a movie." And
you and Tom Cruise are about the same height.
What?
You and Tom Cruise are about the same height.
We're both 5'10".
Both have great hair.
There's so many jokes. Oh, goodness gracious.
So Brenda Lee, I was going to say, Brenda Lee she's always the host of Sunday Mornin Country, and she's amazing. And she's the itty bitty thing, but she has an amazing voice. And so we're going to be talking to the ladies from Sunday Mornin Country because you have to get your tickets and be a part of it this year. It's going to be great. So let's talk about some other things that are going on around the Mid-South area. Colby Calais is going to be at the Gold Rush.
We almost got her on the show.
Sunday.
She had to do a pre-recorded, and that didn't really fit our format because we're live. So we weren't able to do it. She's playing tonight.
We were trying to work it in, but she's just busy. She's actually going to be at the Gold Strike February 18th, which is tomorrow on a Sunday, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. So you can buy your tickets now.
Yeah.
You can go on goldstrike.com and buy those tickets.
It's nice to hear people that are that successful and that sweet that are still out there playing. What is it, 16 years, 14 years?
She has some incredible hits. I love the song Lucky that she did with Jason Mraz.
Can you sing it? Because what we do at home is we try to sing songs, and we know we get the lyrics wrong, but it's funny how similar we are in the lyrics that we throw out there. I think we only know the same lyrics. Jason, you could do Colby, and Memphis would love hearing that. They wouldn't at all.
And she also has that song, Try, Bubbly, Falling for You, Realize. I love that song, Realize.
Oh, it's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes. So she'll be at Gold Strike. And then there's so many wonderful casinos around here. The Fitz, Beau Rivage.
What's your favorite?
Is a little farther. The
we
Fitz,
went to the
of course.
Ball at the Fitz recently.
Yes, because our friend Mayor Henderson works there, and we love Mayor Henderson. Hey, Mayor Henderson.
I actually got to film
Mississippi.
a commercial at Gold Strike. I got paid through my agent, and to go down to Gold Strike and film a commercial, but it was actually for the Beau Rivage that was out of Biloxi because the same people own Beau Rivage that own Gold Strike. And
Isn't
the
that
Cherokee
great?
Indians were reportedly which I'm Cherokee, they spent $500 million buying the Gold Strike in the past couple of years. So I think that's awesome. Good for them.
I really wanted to talk to Gladys Knight today. That would have been
We're
amazing.
coming so close, man.
So close. But since we're a new radio show, I really have to, if there's somebody coming up like next month, you just have to get to them earlier because their calendar fills up, especially when they're traveling. So I get it. So there's a lot of people coming up. So Gladys Knight is actually going to be at the Beau Rivage, which is down south in Mississippi. So if anybody is going around that area, because people travel, people like doing weekend trips.
People like to gamble. People like to eat steaks.
Yeah. So she's actually going to be Saturday, February 17th, which is today. She's going to be there at 8 p.m. at the Beau Rivage.
I am not on my phone like a sacker at the grocery store. I am trying to tag us in. The people are going to be on the show because we're all about reach groups, and I want to make sure that everybody's tagged in. Great.
Yeah.
People got it.
So pretty soon we're going to talk to Sunday Mornin Country. We should give them a call and get them on the line so we can start talking to them.
We should, and we do. Let's do it. Okay.
And if you've ever been to their show, it's like a faith-based show. So you're going to listen to a lot of
Gospel.
because it's Sunday. So the Grand Ole Opry House, it's a beautiful, it's like going to church and you listen to this beautiful music and you're there and it's entertainment.
It's really pretty music.
It is. It's really pretty. So
our daughter Annalise has been there 3 times backstage at the Opry, and she's 5. So
she has.
We really are lucky enough to be able to enjoy that. I did get a text from Misty Rowe this morning, and she said one of our Hee Haw people that we did a Hee Haw reunion tour during CMA week a few weeks ago, Ronnie Stolman. If you remember her, she was a little wacky one with the hair and
played the banjo.
Yeah, she's amazing. We met her a couple years ago. She's actually in hospital right now, so we want to send out prayers to her. And thanks for
prayers to her and her family. She is such an incredible talent.
We have half of our Sunday Morning Country. We'll go and grab the other one, Mr. Phillip, and we'll get our second one up, and we'll talk about what's going to go on June 9th in Nashville, Tennessee.
It's cold today.
It's cold.
Can we just give a shout out to the cold? It's freezing.
We didn't get Sam Reichard, our weatherman.
I know, but let's just say when we left our house today, it was 31 degrees.
I wonder if Mark Randall's listening. We've got some events coming up with him. Entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about the Nostalgia Festival, which Jill doesn't know about that.
I haven't been. It would be fun to go.
Yeah.
Our daughter Annalisa would love it. We'd just walk around.
I bet your grandma would like to go because Patrick Duffy, which is going to be there.
Yeah, he was in Step by Step.
He was also, before that, he was in Dallas. So, and he was in Step by Step.
Our friend Angela Watson. Hey, Angela. She lives in Florida now. She was one of the actors in Step by Step.
I don't want to make anybody hold because we talk all the time anyway.
We do. Let's talk to them.
We have a 24-hour talk show. So let's do it. Go ahead, Joe. Lead us in.
Hi, ladies. Are you with us? Melanie?
Yes.
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
I am good. Thank you. Glad to be with you today.
Hey, Melanie. Memphis says hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're also going to be talking to Lynn.
Okay.
Yes, Lynn is our producer of Sunday Morning Country.
Well, give us some background on what the show is for people that don't know what the show is.
Yeah. Well, Sunday Morning Country is it's a show that started, I think, 43 years ago, with a group of country music professionals, and many of them were involved in the Hee Haw show at that time.
Love it.
And one of our founders, Joe Babcock, was involved in this, and they were Christians, and they wanted to join together to support each other in the faith, and they wanted to share the faith with people who were coming in during what was fanfare at that time. And, 42 years later, we're going to be on our 42nd gospel concert this year.
Wow.
It's held every year, the last Sunday or the last day of CMA Fest. And although we're not a part of CMA Fest, we're the only consistent Christian presence during what was fanfare in CMA Fest.
That's a lot of people in town for that, too.
There are a lot of people in town. Mm-hmm.
And you're in such a great area of Nashville where people, it's probably like a breath of fresh air to get over there to your neck of the woods in Nashville, because Nashville is so sprawling and you're not in downtown. So you have a great parking lot for people to go and enjoy and just be a part of history, a part of Nashville. And I know that when you're not from Nashville, especially when you go to somewhere like the Grand Ole Opry House, you're just kind of blown away by all the pictures on the walls if you get to walk through.
Love the pictures.
Yes.
And the people. Everybody's so family back there, and they're so nice to us, and you are beyond nice to us.
Thank you.
Just to let us walk around back there. And I like behind the scenes, because it's like a studio. So where we do our interviews and stuff, that's the kind of stuff that I really like. In the big giant door that opens up, and there's the stage, and then there's the little church pew, and I love that kind of behind the scenes stuff. So I get a big kick out of that, but I do like it in the back.
It's beautiful.
Where you have your tea and your sweet tea and your lemonade and all that little stuff. It's really sweet to see these famous people that are just sitting there just being people. That's what makes it so amazing.
Well,
and your show being
it is an iconic venue. And we have been so blessed when you talk about famous people. We've been so blessed that people who have a heart for our mission, which is sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ through the international language of music, have joined us through the years. Brenda Lee, multi-Hall of Fame member.
We love her.
She's hosted for years. We have every year, Charlie McCoy comes and helps us with a band and does his own number. Again, Hall of Fame member, Opry member, folks who really are a piece of Nashville and this culture come and join with us. And they're just part of our family. We have new people every year, and it is an exciting time. And when people come to Sunday Morning Country, they leave, and if they've never been there, they're surprised, because it's great talent, great sound, great production, but also we experience really inspirational moments and what I call little God winks, God moments that they're just special times, and folks leave and say, gosh, we didn't even know this was here. This is the best thing.
It is so incredible, and you all market it so well, and we're so excited to help you market it again this year. And we're so blessed to get backstage and do interviews with all the wonderful people that you have a part of the show. And 2 years ago, we were able to interview Brenda Lee. I know that she gets so busy because she's a host, so she's doing more than just being an artist on stage. So when you plan on something like this and all of the artists involved, do they have a gospel background? Do they have a country background, or both? Because I know that you do kind of crossover.
Well, they have both. That we have country artists who are Christians and who most have come up through the church and have that background, but they're there to share their faith through either their story or a hymn or a gospel song. And we have a mix of gospel artists who that's what they do all year long. They're involved in ministry, and they travel all through the nation, sharing the gospel during the nation, and we all come together. One of the neatest things is we have what's called a chorale that Joe Babcock started. And for those who don't know who Joe Babcock is, he was the music director of Hee Haw. He has also written several number one songs, and he sang with a group called the first edition that has sang on over 162 number one country songs. It's
Oh, that's
phenomenal.
incredible.
Well, and it says to his character, and I mean, he really is established in what his career, but yet he had a heart. He was in the country industry, but had a heart to share his faith, and those are the kind of artists that come. But we have a chorale that's made up anywhere from 85 to 100 people, and most of those folks are people who sing in ministry, travel in churches all year long. They come together and they sing in the chorale on stage and back up some of the lead artists. They have some specials that they do. But we have probably, I would think there's 150 people involved in that production and probably 200 backstage.
So when did you start being a part of this? Because I know it's been going on for so long, and you couldn't have been a part of it when you were just young. How did you get, because you've been in the music industry?
Well, I'm actually a gospel artist. I started singing when I was 11 years old. I've traveled. I'm involved with the TCT network and do a program on there. But I got involved somewhere in the early 2000s. So I've been there 25 years.
Wow.
But Lynn Fox, our producer, I'm the co-producer, but our main producer, he was there in the beginning with Joe. Actually, they were a young group that traveled, and they set up the sound for them. And they've been there ever since. But I got probably about 2000, and every year it's been extraordinary. We grow, we change. I think last year we had our biggest crowd. Everything keeps growing. God blesses, and it keeps going as you learn to do this. But there's never been a year that I've went and you just walk out and you go, wow. I mean, this was really special.
It is, and it's special for the people that are there. So when can people start buying tickets? Are they available now? And what should they expect when they go in?
Right now, Opry.com. And that's what I wanted to share is there. You can go to Opry.com and look up Sunday Morning Country and get your tickets. And for those folks in your listening area, I want to encourage you. This is worth the drive. The show starts, we have a pre-show starts at 3:30. The show starts at 4. And you need a plan just to drive in on Sunday mornings and stay all night Sunday night, make it a trip, and spend June the 9th with us at the Grand Ole Opera House. You will not be sorry. And, get your friends, get a carload and come. Make it a weekend.
I love it. Is Lynn with us too on air?
Yes, I am, and I'm just having a good time listening to you all and drinking my coffee.
Good morning, Lynn.
Well, good morning. It sounds like that you all have pretty much covered everything that's going on. We're really excited about the show and really excited for Sunday Morning Country this year.
Well, we appreciate you all, and we appreciate being a part of it. TJ Cates and I with our television show, Nashville Entertainment Weekly. We love being able to interview your artists again, and thank you again for having us backstage this year so we can do that for the opportunity, because we love being a part of that history. We love making sure that we can get as much publicity for your wonderful event. So we appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
And we're going to interview you again closer to the event. It's going to be June 9th. Everybody mark your calendars. And don't miss this wonderful event. It's the Grand Ole Opry House, Sunday Morning Country. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Melanie. We appreciate you both.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
That was Sunday Morning Country, everybody. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be during CMA Week, which is in Nashville. And if you're not familiar with CMA Week, they have bands that play on stage all over Nashville. Doesn't matter where you are. You're going to go in. You're going to hear these people that come in just for CMA Week, just to network. It's a great networking event. It's great for people to go. It's not necessarily bar hopping, but just music venue hopping, and enjoy it with your friends. Get lunch, get coffee at different places. Nashville has amazing food. So you're really going to enjoy this. Then they actually shut down Broadway. They put a stage in the middle of Broadway, if you can imagine. And you just walk around. You walk around, you can eat, you can enjoy your beverages, and just enjoy some really good music. And then that's going to be the Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, go to Sunday Morning Country at the Grand Ole Opry House. We're going to have Dreyden call in. We should get Dreyden.
Philip needs Dreyden's number.
Oh, okay. Let me grab that for you,
Sorry
Philip.
about that. I had to leave for a second. I had a coughing fit. And the amazing recording artist, Frank Caswell, is here.
Frank is in the house.
And he was downstairs at the green screen. I was like, baby, you come on up to the penthouse green screen, and we're gonna come up there and bring your guitar. He has a Martin and a Gibson. Today he brought his Gibson, which I think when he came to Nashville, he may have had his Martin. So I told him that Johnny Cash was the first person to ever play at the studio 75 years ago, and he used to have his own radio show.
Yeah.
And today, Frank Caswell is the first person to play live in studio.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
We hope to do this
He's
a lot
so
more
good,
often.
man. I can't wait for y'all to hear him. I love
He's
it.
He's going to be our first
that Todd's letting
on
us,
the show.
Yeah, that Todd's letting us bring in live music. So Todd's right downstairs. If you're down there, baby, we're gonna hear some music coming off the ceiling. So thanks for supporting what we do. And we're waiting for Dreyden. Dreyden,
are you with us, Dreyden?
We're gonna grab him. Dreyden is such a cool guy. I hope y'all saw him on our flyers. He plays the whole Kentucky Bluegrass. He's actually been designated as a colonel. So let's talk to Dreyden. You know what we need to do? You got his MP3, Philip.
We're gonna play some of Dreyden Gordon's
Play a little
song
bit
in the
of Dreyden's
Pines.
song. Can you play it in real quick? Very influenced by Bill Monroe. I'm not going to talk. Jill told me not to talk over the music. I won't.
In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold winds blow. Little girl, what have I done that's caused you to treat me so? You've caused me to weep, you've caused me to mourn.
Let's talk to Dreyden. I want to talk to Dreyden about this music.
He is so cool. Dreyden, are you with us?
I am, yeah.
Hey, man.
Howdy.
How's it going?
Dreyden's calling in from Kentucky. Good morning. Thank you for joining us so early.
Good morning, friends and neighbors. I tell you what, it's good to be on the air with you all here at KWAM, the mighty air capital of Memphis, I guess. But TJ, Jill, good morning. Good morning to all the listeners out there in radio land. Hope everybody's doing all right. You've got the Colonel Dreyden Gordon on this end of your radio dial.
Dreyden Gordon has such a great voice. Dreyden, you work in radio, don't you?
I do, yeah. I make an attempt at it.
So talk about what you do in radio. We're going to talk about your music, of course, but what is going on? You are so young. You just graduated high school, and you're already working in radio. That's amazing.
Yeah, sure enough. I've actually, this year will make my third year in AM and FM radio. I work for WGOH, WUGO up here in eastern Kentucky, Carter County, Kentucky, I might add, my home area of Grayson, Kentucky. And we're a bluegrass and country station, as well as local news, weather, all kinds of other things as well. And it's, it's kind of always a dream of mine to be on the air, and this is what I'm doing now. I'm 19 years old. Like I said, this will be, come summer, it'll be the third year that I have been in radio. Of course, I've been in music a lot longer than that, too. So
You have. And I want to talk about this. So your career started, you were actually clog dancing. Is that right?
Yeah. I started out clogging, which for those that don't know, that is a kind of Appalachian style of dancing. Where it's sort of like tap, but not tap at all. It's the same thing, but it's different.
Oh, yeah. So you're familiar with the stage. You're familiar with getting up there and entertaining people. And when did you start doing that? How old were you?
Well, like you said, I started on stage when I was 2, clogging.
Oh, my gosh.
And when I was 7, I started singing on stage with my hero and the late bluegrass pioneer, Melvin Goins, and his band, Winged Mountain. They used to pull me up on stage. I believe the first song I ever sung was Rocky Top, which, of course, is the great state song of Tennessee, of course. And at the age of 11, I believe it was, I decided I took lessons to try to learn guitar and things, and I never could pick anything up. And I'd put it under the bed, and I forgot everything I knew about playing a guitar. And I pulled it back out from underneath the bed. I picked it up, and I said, you know what, I'm going to teach myself how to play this. And 3 months later, I was on stage playing guitar. Now, I didn't say it was good guitar, but I was on stage playing guitar at the age of 11 and singing, really. So.
Good for you. And you play multiple instruments, don't you?
Yeah, I play guitar. I play a little bit of piano and some auto harp too. But
oh my gosh,
guitar's about the main thing.
And you're a great guitar player. When we have you at CMA Week, you literally bring the house down. I think people like they look at you on stage and they're like, okay, this kid's gonna be pretty good. And I'm sorry for calling you a kid, but you're only 19. So, but you get up on stage and you're like this sound comes out of you and it's incredible. Like not only your guitar playing, but you're singing. Like you literally sing to like the back of the hall. Like whoever is back there outside will be able to hear Dreyden Gordon if you are playing. Like it is just great. I think what you're used to, you're used to playing outdoors. So I think you naturally
we do
project.
A lot of festivals and things like that in the summer, of course. So
that is so cool. You've been traveling so much. Let's talk about that. Where have you gone?
Oh my goodness, this last year has been absolutely crazy. We was everywhere from Michigan to Texas and Mississippi and Tennessee and South Carolina and North Carolina and everywhere else in between, of course, Kentucky and Indiana. I think I do about 15 states on a regular basis. So
wow.
Always glad to add more new states to the itinerary. We've got some things coming up in South Carolina at the 1st of March down around Darlington. I want to invite people to check that out if anybody's listening online or is familiar with the area. I'll be down there the first weekend in March to do some picking and singing coming up.
That is so incredible. And let's talk about some of your music because you have a great album out. And we've been so lucky to promote you with our record label, Nashville Entertainment Weekly Records. Thank you so much for letting us promote your great music because everybody loves hearing it. They love when the next song is released to radio because they just can't get enough of it. And let's talk about some of these great songs because it's incredible that you have like this storytelling. Have you written all these songs yourself?
Well, the songs on that album were all covers. They were kind of written to pay homage and tribute to some of the forefathers of bluegrass music that went on before us, so to speak. And that album is a couple years old, and I've got a single out as well called Soldier Story. Now, that one I did write. That's a country number. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to drop some big news on you right now for the first time ever in the public eye. All righty, you ready?
Go ahead.
We have new music in the works. It should be coming out this spring. I am so excited about it.
Oh, my gosh.
We've all kinds of exciting things happening. I've been in the studio. I can't give you a definite date right now, but I can promise you this. We will have brand new music before too awful long, and we are so excited about it. And just can't wait to get it out on the airwaves. There's going to be some covers. There's going to be some originals. There's going to be all kinds of great things. So driving traditional bluegrass music.
I was going to say, so is it going to be bluegrass? Is it going to be country? A little bit of both?
Well, mainly bluegrass. We're trying to get back to the roots and really hone in on the down-home Eastern Kentucky Appalachian brand of bluegrass music that I've been so proud to try to make a living in for all these years.
Oh, yeah. No, that's great. You need to. And you won Bluegrass Artist of the Year at the Mississippi Music Awards last year.
Absolutely. That was certainly a highlight of last year.
It was so cool seeing you accept your award. You gave like a big yeehaw from the back of the room. Again, we knew Dreyden was there. And you just ran up to the stage. Oh, my gosh. That was like all-time, like best acceptance ever.
Well, I'll tell you the truth about that, okay? I was standing in the back of the room talking to somebody, and I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to the show.
Oh my God!
And that was on me. That was my fault. And anyway, somebody said, "Hey, they just called your name," and so first thing I thought was, I didn't know what to respond, so I just hollered real loud and went running.
Oh my gosh! And you were there like in 2 seconds. Like I have never seen somebody run that fast in an award show. Like you were just
like, a fat boy.
Thank you so much for my award. No, it's great. It was so funny. And you played on stage and it's just such a treat. Everybody go to DreydenGordon.com and check out his tour dates. You have to hear him play live. And of course, go to DreydenGordon.com to buy his music. You can find it on all streaming platforms. Go to YouTube. You can watch him sing live. He uploads some stuff there, but you can listen to, of course, all of his music on all of the streaming platforms. And Dreyden, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you so much. It's been my pleasure, privilege, and honor. I might add also before we get off there,
Go ahead.
It is always a pleasure and a privilege to work with TJ and to work with Jill with Nashville Entertainment Weekly Records. They are a first-class act. They know what they're doing, and they do a fine job, and it's always always so wonderful to work with people like that and to work with you all, because you all know what you're doing. You've got it going on, and it's, you know, like I said, it's just a breath of fresh air.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you so much, and we look forward to seeing you CMA week.
All righty, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dreyden.
Okay, sorry about that. You ready to bring Frank in?
Yes.
Are you
Frank
gonna get him?
Caswell's coming
Why don't
in.
we lead off with this music? That'd be cool.
Sure.
Is that good, Philip?
That
Can we do
sounds
that?
good.
Let me go get him right now.
Okay. Frank Caswell is here in the studio, and he's going to be singing live, playing his guitar, and this is going to be our first ever on our show, Memphis Entertainment Weekly, to have a live singing artist playing their instrument. So we're going to see how this goes. So bear with us. It's going to be a fun time. So Frank has been playing again. He's been playing all around Mississippi. You can go to his Facebook page. He usually posts all of the events that he has coming up on his Facebook page. He definitely plays out a lot, and he's such a great singer. We're so lucky to have him today in the studio. And anybody that wants to be a part of our show, please email us at MemphisEntertainmentWeekly@gmail.com. We interview entertainers. We interview local venues, anywhere where people can go hear music live. We like getting them on our show just to give people an idea, because there are so many great local places that we don't even get a chance to go to, but we like talking about it for people that are local in Memphis, because we're actually right outside of Memphis. So, and we have a 5-year-old, so sometimes we don't get to go to all of these great music events, but we like to keep people informed. And then if we do get a chance, here's
Check
Frank.
this out.
Hi.
We have Frank Caswell in the studio. This is apple juice. We're going to let you do this, Mike. Okay. I'm going to bring it up for you a little bit. And
You know what? I can just grab a seat.
you sure?
That'll be fine.
Sure.
Okay.
That way I ain't got to.
He's got his son with him. He's such a good guy.
Yes.
Look, Easton. So,
I'm going to get a chair for your son.
Is this camera.
okay, I got you. I'll see
Let me
the
get on
camera
this side
now.
of you. We'll send you over there, but you can stand or sit, whatever you feel more
Let's see.
comfortable with.
I think that works there, doesn't it? How are y'all?
We're
Good
gonna
to see
pick
y'all.
up the interview after, man.
Okay, so we're just gonna start off with some music, okay? So this is a song. Me and my buddy Brian Sherwood wrote this song, and I'm originally from the Mississippi Delta, so a lot of the phrasings and words and lyrics are gonna revert back to the Mississippi Delta. So, but it's a love song, kind of getting out of the town song. I don't know. I'll just sing it, and y'all make your own assumptions of it. It was homecoming weekend, and we wanted something else to do. My car was too fast, this town was too slow for me and you. With a pawn shop ring and a promise I made, we headed out down 448, and I knew that things were never gonna be the same. Let's leave this old town watching the reflection of our rear view. Baby, I don't care where we go as long as I'm with you. Now, girl, slide on over to the middle of the sea. When I hold you close, I know I need you like my heart needs to be. Yeah, when you love somebody the way that I love you. It was 5 years later and a lot of miles down the road. You're still mine and I'm still yours to have and hold. She's got my eyes, she's got your smile. Ain't it funny how fast time flies? But I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's leave this whole town watching the reflection of our rear view. Baby, I don't care where we go as long as I'm with you. Now, girl, slide on over to the middle of the sea. When I hold you close, I know I need you like my heart needs to be. Yeah, when you love somebody, with it I love you. Oh, with it I love you, girl. They said we would never make it. I should turn this car around. But everything that I was searching for, I had already found. Let's leave this whole town watching the reflection of our rear view. Baby, I don't care where we go as long as I'm with you. Now, girl, slide on over to the middle of the sea. When I hold you close, I know I need you like my heart needs to be. Yeah, when you love somebody. Oh, when you love somebody. Yeah, with it I love you. With it I love you. There we go.
Goodness gracious, man, that was great.
Thanks.
Okay.
And those are your headphones right there.
You had to leave me a runaway gap, man. I don't know where those tickets are. I think Jill shook a big pillowcase of feathers over me last night. But I don't know.
Can't put that back on.
So this is Frank Caswell,
Hey, everyone.
How great is he, man?
incredible
Thank you.
singer,
On a
great
Saturday
guitar player.
morning to come play for us.
Thank you, and your son.
Yeah,
Shout out to your
Easton's
son.
over here.
Hi.
What's his name?
Easton.
Easton.
Easton Stark. I wanted to name him Tony Stark, but his mom wouldn't let
But
me.
Easton Corbin, does he know about him, the country singer
I'm sure he does.
in Nashville?
I'm sure he
Met him a
does.
couple times. Nice guy.
Easton. How do you spell Easton?
Just like the bat.
Eston.
That's it.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, just like the bat.
Okay, so how long have you been doing music? Because you're great.
I have been playing music ever since I was 8 years old. It was one day my mom had an old acoustic guitar that, because my whole family plays. My mom, my brother, which he's passed on now, but
I'm sorry.
my mom, both my sisters, my brother, they all had this gospel band forever. So, and when I was 8, my mom had this old acoustic guitar in the corner. I said, Mom, I want to play this. And she's like, well, here's a G chord. And she showed me how to play it, but holding your thumb on the top.
It's really
of it,
awkward the first time, isn't it?
which wasn't the correct way, but
Oh.
like that, that she showed me a G, and I just took it from there. And it just, I can't explain it to you. It's just God-given
Well,
talent.
I've tried so hard, man. Good for you.
So
So are you a songwriter then too?
Yes, that last song I just played was one of mine. So.
That's great. And you have your
You can feel how connected you are to that song.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that you said that was your song.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you're talking about a daughter, and you're talking about we talk about that sometimes. People
Yeah.
say our daughter looks like me. It's like, God, no. She's tall and beautiful like Jill.
She does. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, check out our cups. We got your day job. He's
Yes.
sheriff deputy now. You're with
Yes.
the state of Mississippi, and
Yes,
Gerald
I'm-
Wheeler at the Southern
Congratulations.
County. We helped him
Thank
out.
you.
He gave us these cups just to explain what those are about.
The thin blue line is just I really don't know how the thin blue line came about, but it's just an international symbol of, police pride, and I'm a criminal investigator for the state of Mississippi.
That's awesome, dude.
thank
Congratulations on
you.
that.
Thank you so much. I've been there for about 2 months now, so it's an adjustment working for the state. I've worked for the state before, but that's a little adjustment in
Because
the
we
job.
met you, I think you were a parole officer or something, probation parole,
Right,
something
for
like
the
when you came to
state.
Nashville.
Yes.
So it's in your blood. So
Yeah,
music is in your blood, and that's in your blood. And I think they're
Yeah.
going to intertwine one day.
Maybe. I don't know.
You're such a good guy, man. We're
I
always
appreciate
rooting
it.
for you.
I've been in law enforcement. This is my 19th year in law enforcement.
Oh, wow.
Wow, thank you
That's
very
incredible.
much.
Thank you.
And you look so young, man. It's
I
funny
know.
when you talk about kids and you talk about that and your music. Now, you really protect your voice. What are you doing to your voice? Because it's hard. Because you do
don't do a
play at
thing.
bars, man. You do
I
get out
do.
there and you play. How do you protect your
Are you
instrument?
careful?
I'm not.
Oh, really?
You're
I'm
not.
not.
I thought you had like a whole regime. That you,
I wish
Regimen.
I wish I had, and I probably should because I'm having to step back from a lot of it because I just recently got married in
Congratulations, beautiful, beautiful
So
lady.
sweet. Congratulations.
Happy couple, y'all. Happy
July.
couple.
Yeah, we are. She's the love of my life, and but she wanted me to step back and a little bit, but it really wasn't that. It was my voice because I haven't taken care of it. I haven't
Really?
I just can't believe that.
I don't
believe
even- I
you
don't
because
even-
you have a gun, but
I don't even
I
know
believe
how
you.
to.
it's,
you know.
it's
I'm not gonna
dude,
disagree.
it's almost to the point of being flawless. And we've heard hundreds and hundreds.
Well,
We
thank
get
you.
the craziest emails with listen to my song. And it's like
Even
goodness
TJ and I
gracious.
this morning are like fighting allergies, and I'm like,
But,
So, but
but your
you're really
voice is just
clear.
flawless. I
Well,
thought
thank
you had
you.
like a whole thing. So
Especially
No, I
because it's
do
morning.
not. I wish
It's natural.
It's natural. as
Started
it's
with
gonna get.
a G chord.
Yeah, started with the G chord when I was 8 years old and just started to play. And I actually played my first song in church in it's a little old cotton gin that my childhood friends, well, they're still my friends now, Josh and Jeff Bruce. They live up around Fayetteville, Arkansas now. But
Beautiful up there.
their dad converted this old cotton gin into a church out in
what an incredible idea.
in Lynn, Mississippi, if you know where that's at. And most people don't know where it's at, but it's in between Shaw and Greenwood.
And you sang there?
Yes, I sang for the very first time my whole life.
Really? And how old were you when you started singing?
I was 8.
Did you just
Really?
repeatedly play the G chord, or did you?
No,
move
I
on to
learned
some
this. I
chords?
learned the song. Thankfully, it was in G.
When you write song, do you
That's
hear a
good.
melody in your head, or do you get the lyrics? When songwriting? When I imagine you do a lot of songwriting by yourself.
I do, but I like to write with people. And I've gotten to write with a lot of great people like Rob Snyder that wrote some songs for Luke Combs, and that's on Jonathan Singleton's. I don't know what you drawing a blank here.
But you
but
said
50
Luke Combs, man. He's
Yeah.
come around in just a few years.
Yeah, Luke.
That's awesome.
I got to meet Luke and played some shows with Luke, and he's a really humble and awesome guy. But to go back to your question, when I write, I know this may sound crazy, but I kind of see a music video in my head.
Good.
And that, I'm
Yeah.
just like seeing this
It's
stuff.
a
and then-
story.
and telling the story. So
Mhm.
that's kind of where I pull my inspiration and stuff from. But, or I might could hear a lyric or something in a song. Man, I like that. I want one of those, So, and and I generate it from that.
Where do you usually record?
I've recorded here in Memphis at Art.
They were just here last week, and you told me.
Yes, Jody. Hey, Jody.
Jody's a
Oh, he's
great.
talented, man. He's
He
cool
is.
too. He was sitting right there in that chair. I
Jody's a
couldn't get him
great
to get the
guy.
mic out of his face. I'm like, people
I
want
know.
to see you.
People want to see you.
Jody's a great guy, a great drummer too. So yeah, but we recorded at Art, and we've done some stuff with from a guy back home named Clayton Gregory, which he lives in Alabama somewhere, I think now. I'm not sure. We hadn't talked to him in a while, but recorded some stuff with him just on a little home recording studio, and recorded over in Oklahoma, not far from Garth Brooks' ranch.
Cool.
And what took you out there to Oklahoma?
It was a record label, Take Music Group. They
Okay.
They had a recording studio set up out there at their headquarters.
The thing I feel like you're one of the rare people, and we've met a million of them. But I actually think that you would make it before the internet came around. Some people seem like they're so into the internet to get famous,
I've never
and
really
you don't
gotten-
really seem to care, dude. I mean, you're
Right.
good with your promotions and whoever does your stuff, but the way you play and you write and you sing and you perform, it's like I don't even care that internet's out there. If it happens, it happens.
I never really got into the whole internet thing.
I wouldn't think so.
We try. I'm not gonna say I've never tried.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy Brian Sherwood was like we got into this together, which he plays for Joe Austin and the Tallahassees now, but him and I when Vine. Do you remember Vine?
Vine was fun.
We were watching that
Just
last
little-
night.
little
with-
few,
and
like,
Lisa was watching
few
some
second
Vine
videos.
videos.
A few second
Oh,
videos. So
it's-
we had these little comedy skits that we would do on Vine, and we got up to, I don't know, one of our videos had over 1 million views.
Holy
on
cow.
It, but it was other than that was it. And then, other than that, and then we had one of our music videos hit over 200,000 views. Other than
So
that,
internet
that
has
was
found you, and it helped you succeed. But if y'all ever have a chance to follow him on all of his social media and where he's playing out at, you're really going to get a big. Today you got a taste. You're going to get the whole buffet, man. You
I
gotta go
know.
check
Do
out
you
the
have
Frank
any
Caswell.
tour dates coming up?
And you play private parties too.
We're actually going to be. I'm going to be playing in the Mardi Gras Ball in Hernando tonight. So I don't know if y'all.
Oh,
know.
great.
I thought that was last week.
I don't. I have. I'm,
You would be the one to know, not us.
Well, they have several different ones.
I
Okay.
guess so. Anyways,
They
I'm
had the
playing-
Cruise of Hernando last weekend.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
what
it's a
it was.
different
Mhm.
one. So
It's different.
Going to be playing there tonight, just a private show, I guess. I don't know who all is supposed to be there.
Well, it doesn't matter. Frank Caswell's there.
That's right. Go for Frank.
I just show up. Sam Witt, my best friend, he's the one that keeps
Hey, Sam.
Truck Patch going. He books everything, keeps everything organized, money in the bank, does all the 1099s. At the
Somebody
end of
needs
the
to
year.
do
Support
that.
it because
So
you
he-
can't just dump a tip jar upside down every Sunday morning and
Right.
blow it. You gotta. It's a business. You got to
And you kind of
reinvest
plan
that
ahead
money.
for
So he
if you're only going to
Sam's
record.
a good guy to have around.
He is. He's also the deputy chief at Hernando Fire Department. So
Oh, wow.
he's-
I've been able to talk to him on some developments that I'm doing. He's so
Right,
helpful.
Yeah, he is. But he's the one that keeps all that going. He just says, Frank, you got to be here at this date and time. I
And you show up.
I show up.
That's good. So your hours, because you work long hours at your day job, and you can still do this music. How do you juggle everything? And you have a family, of course.
Well, it's tough at times, and sometimes I've got to say no to some things, and
Right.
just it is what it is at sometimes. So
Yes, but it's really cool that you get to play this in Hernando. We actually, TJ and I, when the weather gets warmer, at the Hernando Square, they have that.
You played there last year.
Yes,
Sunset on the Square.
it was a
We
great.
actually came because you were there.
Oh,
Yes,
thanks.
it was
And
a great
it's-
event.
What is it? We could walk there in 30 minutes. We could drive it in 5 minutes.
It was a really nice, just sitting down and
Such a
enjoying.
cool environment.
Yes, our daughter
Yes.
really liked. They have like food trucks.
Yes, food trucks.
Snow
and-
cone trucks.
and music on the lawn at the courthouse. I think we had, I think it was over 1,000 people there.
Oh yeah,
So
Well, the weather has
Yep.
a lot to do
Yeah,
with
it
where you
does.
go.
the weather brought everybody together, but people can come from anywhere and just bring your lawn chair and just sit down
sit
and
down and enjoy some. I think they had Chick-fil-A and food trucks and corn dogs.
we
and-
bought shirts.
You play at Fratella's?
Yeah,
Fratella's?
yeah.
Do you have any merch? You need to start taking your merch.
I do not have any merch. We had
Get
some hats.
some.
We had some hats and
Big cowboy hat?
no.
You'd
I-
be surprised when I wear
Look-
a hat how round my head gets.
Look, they Sam has been wanting to do Truck Patch Revival cowboy hats for a long time, and we just haven't done it yet. So
Get some T-shirts.
we've had T-shirts, we've had hats, we've had koozies, and somehow we sell them all, and we never reorder.
Well,
Who
we
named koozies?
bought some
Nobody
shirts.
ever talks about that on radio. If
Koozies?
anybody, koozies, like
Why?
where did that name come from? Who gets to name stuff like
I
that?
don't know.
Because we all just use it like
They
it's
come in
just a real
handy.
thing. Just curious.
I'm not sure on the history lesson on that one.
Everybody has them, and everybody's got them out there for the merch.
They really come in handy
But
when
what I'd like
even water bottles that are cold.
in Memphis, I like Memphis to grab the sounds that you're putting out in North Mississippi and play. Is there any venues that you kind of think what's like your dream venue?
Grand Ole Opry.
Okay, we can make that happen.
If I ever get to play on the Grand Ole Opry, I'll hang it up right there.
We'll
I'm
hang it
done.
up.
I'm retired. I'm good.
Luke Combs did it, and he got to join the next year. One of the fastest invitations I've ever seen in my life.
So,
They used to carry
that's,
underway.
if I had a dream venue, that's what it'd be. But,
What is it about that draws it in?
Just the nostalgia about it, I guess, the history behind it. I'm a big history buff,
Mhm.
so anything like you were telling me when I come in, that Johnny Cash was,
The Martin guitar.
yeah, and stuff like that. So that's stuff like that. The history buff perks up in me. So that's a big thing. But the heritage and the history behind it and all
and
the
you
great,
appreciate it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I think
There's a-
appreciating is like half of it.
They call
Yeah.
that the journey. Also,
yeah.
You appreciate the steps that you
Because
take.
I
to
mean,
get-
these people carved a way, for us to be able to do what we do now. So I mean, if there hadn't been a Johnny Cash or an Elvis or people George Jones, and there wouldn't be.
George Jones is awesome.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there wouldn't
Just
be.
let's cover that. George Jones is my rock star.
Yes, and I mean, but if these people didn't exist, there really wouldn't be a need for radio.
Yeah.
Or entertainment or music or whatever.
And they were bold enough to travel because back then it was just all, it was mostly cars and buses. And I mean, even before they started traveling in planes, they would just deal with the road.
That's it. I was watching the Elvis movie that just released not long ago, and it was
the Priscilla Elvis movie or the Elvis movie?
The Elvis movie.
Okay, good. We haven't seen the Priscilla movie.
I haven't seen that one either.
We might.
So, but just looking at it, they travel around in the 50s in these old station wagons, and cars, and
they're just piled up in there.
Piled up on top. Their equipment's piled up on top, and they just go from show to show, and just. I'm sure there wasn't a whole lot of money to be made back then. They just did it for the love of it.
Right, and they didn't eat very well either.
Right.
Now we're spoiled.
Right. Yeah.
We're so spoiled. But so tell everybody how they can connect with you, because I know you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. If you want to add me on Facebook, it's probably best to just add the band page, Truck Patch Revival, which, like I said, I've stepped back from it, but I still have a big role in Truck Patch Revival. Miss Avery Chisholm fills in for me a lot. A guy named Jason Childers is filling in for me. So I've had to step back because I don't take care of my voice, and like the casino gigs, we're played a lot of casino gigs, and they really wreaked havoc on me. So I had to step back for a little while and rest. And
the smoke, or just yelling over the people?
Just the length of time. It's a 5-hour show. So. Oh
goodness.
So it's even with breaks, 5 hours is
That's
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, and being the only singer in the band, so.
It's a little bit of a strain on your vocals.
It is, and just we did that for probably 2 straight years, and just going all over from Biloxi, Tunica, Philadelphia, all over.
It's great to have that experience, though.
Yeah, at one point we had a contract with MGM, which used to own Gold Strike and owns the Beau Rivage and several in Las Vegas. So we were playing a lot of casino gigs. So that
I keep looking at the clock because they do a hard cut at 59
I know.
and a half.
Okay.
I'm not losing. I'm not getting lost from you, man.
No, you're
it's
good.
just we learned the hard way if we didn't close out by 59 and a half.
Can we say hi to your son?
Sure. You want to say hi to everybody?
Come over here.
Come on.
Thank you for being here with us
look
on a
on.
Saturday.
This is your camera, this little square thing right there.
He's got a black eye, though.
You want to say hi into the
You
microphone?
got hit with a golf club.
Hello. How old are you? 10. So what do you like doing on a Saturday? What are you guys going to do after this? You don't know?
Probably go get something to eat after this.
Good.
That's what's great about being in this area. We like Houston's. We like Half Shell. We like Jet's Pizza. If you never had Jet's Pizza.
So many great things in Memphis. And it's fun to, while you're here, enjoy it, right?
That's right. Yeah, we're going to close it out on time so Philip doesn't throw paper at me through the glass. Yeah, thank you so much. It's TJ Cates.
Jill Santibanez.
Frank Caswell.
And awesome, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
The place where the Mid-South turns first for breaking news. The mighty 990 AM and 107.9 FM. KWAM, Memphis.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Jason Walker.